This is a presentation by the Kiowa County Media Center.
It's time to pack the house in Ashland, Kansas for a game that brings players from around the globe to Southwest Kansas to play basketball. And for the first time, the game will be viewable from almost anywhere in the world. But it's much more than just a game. What began as a simple idea has turned into a celebrity fundraiser sporting event that rivals the most well-known professional athlete philanthropy, an event that has grown and gotten better year after year. This is the 5th annual WEPAC Hoops for Hope game coming to you from Ashland, Kansas. Hello everyone, I'm Brenda Van Lingen alongside Vera Jones. Where else will you find an event like this? Former WNBA, NCAA, current, and alumni high school players all on the same court for the same cause, coming together to support breast cancer awareness.
It's easy to get excited about the talent, but more exciting really is their emotional connection. Cancer and breast cancer in particular has really touched all of their lives, and we got a chance to see the real human side of all these superstars today.
And they came from all over. Now, Ashland may be a small town, but this is a big game. The WEPAC Hoops for Hope Weekend is a collaborative effort between 6 Southwest Kansas communities to raise money for women's health and preventative cancer screenings for women in rural Kansas communities who would not otherwise have easy access to advanced health care. The WEPAC, that's Wilmore, Inglewood, Protection, Ashland, Coldwater Alliance, is a nonprofit organization that provides resources and education to women to encourage active participation in their own care. WEPAC covers any out-of-pocket expenses from cancer screenings such as pap smears and mammograms. And Vera, there is an amazing list of people that are here to lend their support to this amazing cause.
And it starts with the coaches. We have great talent on the floor, but on the benches, we went right to the WNBA, dug up a former player, and Monica Maxwell, standout at Louisiana Tech. She went on to play 4 years in the WNBA, 3 of them with the Indiana Fever. She was originally drafted with the Washington Mystics. She's also coached at Tulane and California State University Northridge. So a lot of talent coming in there. Across the bench or the floor, however, she has Kayla Hurd, who is a local product. She was a 19-point-per-game scorer, 10 rebounds at Seward Community College, then went on and took her talents to K-State, where she helped her team to an NCAA tournament berth. So certainly a lot of competitiveness coming from that bench. Take a look at number 33, though, on that pink team, Sydney Spencer. She's a favorite from Birmingham, Alabama. She played under Tennessee's Pat Head Summit, currently plays overseas in Europe. And her stops in the WNBA, Los Angeles, New York, Phoenix, and Connecticut. So she's a veteran for sure. And on the opposing team, Ivana Chadic. She is the playmaker. 2009 University of Kansas, led the team in assists. In fact, she led the Big 12 in assist to turnover ratio. And she's an all Big 12 first team for 3 of her first 4 seasons.
When we come back, we will have the singing of our national anthem, an introduction of players, and then it's time to tip things from Ashland, Kansas. It's the 5th annual WEPAC Hoops for Hope game, and it's all coming up next. Welcome back to the WEPAC Hoops for Hope charity basketball game in Ashland, Kansas. We now go to our PA announcer, Frank York, who is in the middle of our starting lineup announcement.
Number 4, Danielle Stebbins Colwell, a Buffalo, Oklahoma graduate of 2005. She was a 4-year starter at Northwestern Oklahoma State University in Alva, Oklahoma. She lives in Dodge City and is pursuing a dental hygiene degree. Larry and Mary's baby girl, Danielle Stebbins Colwell. Number 10, Christine Schneeweiss, a senior at Mineola High School. She has a 3.8 GPA. She has played basketball and volleyball for the Lady Wildcats all 4 years. The daughter of Gary and Ray Shea Schneeweiss. Welcome a Mineola Wildcat to WEPAC, Christine Schneeweiss. Number 11, Rashay Bristol from Omaha, Nebraska. She played for the University of Arizona Lady Wildcats in 1996 and 2001. She has played in the WNBA as well as many international teams. Most recently, she played for the Women's Football Alliance Nebraska Stampede. Welcome to WEPAC, Rashay Bristol. Number 12, Taviana Tavy Polly Davis. She graduated from Tulsa East Central High School and Friends University in Wichita, where she was selected as first team All-KCAC. She was also a track star at Friends. Currently coaching a high school team in Tulsa. Let's welcome back for her second year with WEPAC, Tavy Polly Davis. Number 14, Kaylee Cryer. Kaylee is a senior at Ashland High School who has a 3.7 GPA. She has been out for basketball all 4 years and last year suffered an ACL injury. She is active in 4-H and is a barrel racer. The daughter of Jeff and Katrina Cryer, Kaylee Cryer. Number 15, Morgan Miner, a 2012 graduate of Mineola High School. She excelled in basketball, volleyball, and track for the Lady Wildcats. Currently attending Kansas State University. Let's welcome Morgan Miner. Number 21, Kara Miner, a 2011 Mineola High School alum. She was all-league for 3 years in basketball and volleyball and a 4-time state track medalist. A student at Kansas State University, she and her sister Morgan are playing in memory of their sister Brooke, whom they lost to cancer in 2012. Give it up for 21, Kara Miner. Number 22, Melissa Jones. She grew up in Thornton, Colorado, and went on to be a star player for the Baylor Lady Bears. She was the 2000 Big 12 Female Sportsperson of the Year. This is her second year to play for Hoops for Hope. Welcome back, Melissa Jones. Number 24, Marlise Gibson. Marlise concluded her career at Kansas State University as the record holder for career block shots, 5th in career rebounds, and 13th in career scoring, as she helped the Lady Wildcats to a pair of NCAA tournaments, the 2006 WNIT Championship and the 2008 Big 12 Championship. Back for her third year to help support WEPAC. Give it up for Marlise Gibson. Number 25, Jamie McVeigh. She grew up in Buffalo, Oklahoma and played for Central College in McPherson, Kansas. She helped lead her team to a third-place finish in the NCAA tournament. She presently lives in Satana. Welcome back. Her second year, Jamie McVeigh. Number 33, Sydney Spencer from Birmingham, Alabama. She played for the University of Tennessee Lady Vols under coach Pat Summitt. She's played 5 years in the WNBA as well as on several European teams. Her passion includes mentoring young people, international missions, fighting against human trafficking, and traveling the world. Please welcome back for her third year, Sydney Spencer. Number 33. 32, okay, yeah, that's off my list here. 32. Thank you. Here we go. Jelena Child. Sorry about that, Jelena. She is from Orlando, Florida, currently attending K-State, studying hotel and restaurant management. This is her second appearance for Hoops for Hope. Give it up for Jelena Child. The coach for the pink team, Monica Maxwell. Monica was a standout player in East Chicago during her high school years and was a finalist for the Naismith Award for the top prep player in the country. She played for Louisiana Tech. Give it up for Coach Monica Maxwell. Okay, I know this gal, Reagan Brody from Ashland. Reagan played for Seward County. She was a standout player for the Ashland High School Lady Blue Jays. Give it up for Reagan Brody, recently engaged. All right, let's hear it for the pink team and the white team. West Wall. Tonight, we have Jessica Wilkinson, who will perform. Jessica started singing in church at age 5 and has never stopped. She's still singing. She's proud to be performing the national anthem for you. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Jessica Wilkinson, everybody, a rock star. Good job, Jessica. Do you want to do
We'll be back after this with the tip-off for the 2013 Hoops for Hope WEPAC game in Ashland, Kansas.
Electric strives to provide dependable electricity at competitive costs to energize and enhance your life. However, you as a consumer are in charge of how you use the power we provide. Conserve energy and save money by shutting down your computer at night. You'll save unnecessary wear and tear and an average of $90 a year in electricity costs. Take charge. This message powered by Southern Pioneer Electric.
This is a presentation by the Kiowa County Media Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to recognize the WEPAC board. As I call off your names, please come forward front and center. Dorinda Berryman, Ashland. Dorinda filled the vacant position of Inglewood. Beverly Clark from Coldwater. Carla Filson from Protection. Debbie Filson from Ashland. Brenda Fry from Coldwater. Lori Miner from Mineola. Debbie York from Wilmore. Debbie Trahern from Ashland. And Kim Hazen from Protection. Kim is the chairman. These ladies started the day after last year's game to get tonight organized. Give them a big hand. They do a great job for a great cause. The WEPAC Board of Directors, thank you, ladies. And we are ready now for the 5-year recognition. We have some folks here who have been here all 5 years. We have Teresa Becker, and Teresa has refereed each year for the Hoops for Hope. Thank you, Teresa. Front and center, please. There you go. It's the only time we get to tell the official what to do. Another 5-year recognition, Ivana Chatic has played every year. Give it up for Ivana. Also, Kayla Hurd. Kayla has played 4 years, and this year is coaching. Thank you, Kayla, for all your efforts. And last but certainly not least, a stellar commentator, Brenda Van Lingen, who has commentated this event every year since the very beginning. Thank you, Brenda Van Lingen. And with that, folks, we are ready for tip-off.
Strives to provide dependable electricity at competitive costs to energize and enhance your life. However, you as a consumer are in charge of how you use the power we provide. Conserve energy and save money by shutting down your computer at night. You'll save unnecessary wear and tear and an average of $90 a year in electricity costs. Take charge. This message powered by Southern Pioneer Electric.
Rashay Bristol. Number 12, Tavy Polly Davis. Number 21, Kara Miner. And 24, Marlise Gibson.
All the pageantry taken care of before the basketball game. It has been fun to be a part of all 5 WEPAC Hoop for Hope basketball game. I'm glad to be joined this year by Vera Jones. And Vera, this is your first time here. What do you think?
It has been nothing but an adventure from the time we landed in Wichita and drove 3 hours down to Mineola, and then this great game here in Ashland today. I have enjoyed my stay, and I'm really looking forward to the game.
The starters are on the court. You see the officials, Teresa Becker, who has been here all 5 years. She is joined by Bill Ati and Chuck Lozier. And the white team first with the ball, Ivana Chatic with the ball. There are 2 local players on the team and 3 celebrities who are either WNBA players or former college players. I'll run down the starting lineup for the white team real quickly. Ivana Chatic, Devery Alexander, Sade Morris, Kylie Harris, who is a senior here locally, and Angela Lackey, number 34 for the white team, who played for Arizona. Now the pink team with the ball, their two local players who are starting are Kanan Endicott and Kara Miner. They're joined by Risha Bristol, who played at Arizona, Tavi Polly Davis, and Marlise Gibson, who played for K-State. All right, we're underway. Marlise Gibson with the move in the lane.
She's going right at it. Known for her shot blocking ability, one of the best in the land. She's not afraid to get it in the paint either.
Sade Morris with a drive into the basket. Marlise Gibson cuts her off. Ivana Chadic for three.
Nice, with the little lefty J. She'll be stroking that. Known to be much of a playmaker for a lot of her career at Kansas. She certainly can stroke it as well.
She graduated from the University of Kansas in 2009, as you talked about in the Open, and now is a consultant or works for Deloitte Consulting. She lives in Kansas City, but she commutes to Houston every week, Ivana Chadic. She's there Monday through Thursday and then comes back on the weekends. We are so glad she's joining us again. That is Angela Lackey. Did she call bank?
She didn't call bank, but it doesn't matter. They still counted it.
She is a 2000 graduate of Arizona. Her last year was 2000. She was an all Pac-10 performer, Angela Lackey, and got a couple of three-pointers have started us off for the pink team.
Just checked out.
Or for the white team, excuse me.
Kylie Harris diving on the floor. She's a local senior at Central High School, South Central High School.
And Risha Bristol goes into the lane and is fouled, going to get a chance to go on the line. You know, something that's really fun about this, being involved with this over these years in this event, there are a lot of Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Iowa, Nebraska area kids that have played in college and some that have gone on to the WNBA, others that have joined us from all over. But Risha Bristol is from Omaha, Nebraska. She played at the University of Arizona, but Teresa Becker, who is one of the officials, and I both coached at Nebraska together when Risha was in high school and tried to recruit her to the University of Nebraska. So there's lots of connections everywhere here.
Midwest Madness.
Sade Morris kicks it out. Angela Lackey going to go for another three.
Not shy. Big three from Lackey. In fact, she's a big scorer, period. Number 3 in Arizona all time.
Ivana Chadic goes in, and the white team trying to take a sizable lead here. They're up 9-0. The pink team needs to scratch, and a local player here, a senior at Ashland High School, Kanan Endicott, with that miss. Here's Lackey again. Let's see if she fires up another three.
What's interesting to watch with this game is you just have a whole bunch of players who've never really played with each other before, and you look to see, is there any instant chemistry? Doesn't always happen. It's kind of like, I'm open, no one else is around, I'm chucking this thing.
They had 1 hour to practice together this afternoon. That's it.
But I see some movement out of the pink team. I think Monica Maxwell's got her team moving across the key a little bit.
Monica Maxwell is the coach of the pink team, and she's pretty serious about this. We heard some plans that we will see if they develop.
Well, she definitely said, I said, well, what is your, what are you thinking for offense? She said, pass and screen away. Same stuff you do in pickup, just pass the screen away. Beautiful follow-up. You're getting a look at some of these beautiful threes, just launching them. Lackey's got she's got the touch right now.
Risha Bristol finally gets the pink team on the board.
She's got a great story here in the WNBA with the Charlotte Sting, but playing with a really, really bum knee, but she's never going to quit. The knee will have to be taken totally out. She loves this game. She's passionate.
She made sure Frank York, our PA announcer, knew that her name is pronounced Risha. She played 11 years over in Europe for a lot of different teams with Risha Bristol. And here she comes out on the break. She's got Kara Miner out in front, but a nice pass and a miss that time, just short for Tavi Polly Davis.
Okay.
Kylie Harris, the senior from South Central High School. Just so you understand as you're watching this, the white team represents South Central High School. That is Coldwater, Protection, and Wilmore communities all combined a consolidated school. So the white team has representatives from South Central High School. The pink team, on the other hand, has representatives from Ashland High School. That also includes kids from Inglewood, and just this year adding young people from Mineola as well. And out on the court, Kara Miner on the block is from Mineola.
And you got to think about, for these young kids locally, how exciting is it to have WNBA players as well as some star athletes out of the NCAA coming into their hometown on floors that they're very familiar with and playing with them in this basketball game. That is the really the warm fuzzy you get out of being here.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, when else would a lot of these high school players ever get this opportunity?
Right.
And it's right here. That was a follow-up by Marlise Gibson, the K-State grad. And she comes down with the rebound, the tie-up by Kylie Harris, the senior from South Central High School. And we're under 16 for a media timeout, so we're going to take a break in the action. When we come back, we'll have a possession on the baseline. 9-4, the white team leads the pink. We have 15:36 to go.
The white team.
Welcome back to Ashland, Kansas. We've got a lot of substitutions already, so we will try to keep you familiar with who is on the court as the white team now into the game has, let's see, Mariah White, who is a recent grad of Kansas State, Morgan Boyd, who played for Wichita State, Lauren Jarnigan from South Central High School. She's an alum. She graduated in 2011. Also, Brittany Gasper, from Tipton, Kansas. She played for Sterling College, and she's out on the court, number 30 for white. And number 11 for the white team is Nicole Nye. She is an alum of Protection High School. So all new players on the court for the white team, who is up 9-4, and it looks like maybe just one substitution for the pink team. No, Kanan Endicott was in, so the pink team has everybody that started the game.
Wow, big moves from Gibson.
A little slippage. It will be white team basketball. You mentioned it, Vera. These teams just get a chance to practice together for an hour.
They don't even know each other's names.
Yeah, that's a problem when you're trying to get someone to set a screen for you or get them the ball.
Hey, you. Yeah.
There's Morgan Boyd. She played at Wichita State a couple of years.
Nice flash.
Mariah White tried to dish off, and it got away from her. And now the pink team bringing its substitutions in. Sydney Spencer played at Tennessee. Jelena Childs also into the game. And as we try to track down everybody else, Kristen Schneewise, who is a senior at Mineola High School, is in the game. There with the basketball is Jamie McVeigh. This is her second year with WEPAC. What a character she is.
Yeah, we'll tell stories.
Yes, and number 14 under the basket, Kaylee Cryer, also into the game. So we'll try to keep track of everybody for you. Nice passing. The block, though, by Morgan Boyd, and White outletting. Mariah White should be in the best shape of anybody out here. She just finished up her career at K-State. Kicks it out just off the back iron that time for Brittany Gasper.
Well, I would say there's a slight size advantage on the inside. I would say the key for the pink right now is get in the paint. There's the look. Yep, I'd have to go inside. You got to get it to her.
And a couple of Wildcat grads going against each other. Mariah White said, I know all of Jelena Child's moves,
That's
and she
right.
did not allow her to score on that last shot inside.
She was very quick to let it be known, because we asked, do you have a problem with going against your teammates? She said, not at all. I know all of her moves.
And there she is right there, the recent grad of Kansas State, Mariah White. The drive, the steal by Sydney Spencer. A little defense. This is a charity basketball game. We're
They're
supposed to be
actually
playing defense?
playing defense.
Some pride out here on the
Beautiful
court.
thing.
McVeigh! Jamie McVeigh, the native of Buffalo, Oklahoma, played some at Central Christian College.
2 daughters are with her and really strong and support her and really big on breast cancer awareness. Certainly just because she said, hey, I'm a mom, I've got 2 daughters, this is big.
Lauren Jarnigan hustles for that one, an alum of South Central High School. And the nice move, the power move inside by Brittany Gasper. She played for the winningest coach in Kansas college history, Lonnie Cruz, at Sterling College.
Another lefty out on the floor.
Delaney Childs did not get to shoot that shot much at Kansas State, I'm just going to tell you.
So she couldn't wait.
That's right. She's looking to fire it up out here. Jarnigan from the baseline. And the pass out ahead. Number 10, that's Kristen Schneewise, not able to connect. And slowing it down, Nicole Nye.
Nye is another local alum from Protection.
Mariah White for 3 off the mark. Here comes Sydney Spencer. Sydney Spencer was not here last year. This is her 3rd WEPAC game as she hits the shot in the lane. She had a good excuse though last year. She was in Siberia.
Yep.
Yes, Siberia. She was
hard to get back.
Hard to get back to southwestern Kansas. Nice post up inside,
Very
but
nice.
McVeigh
Good steal from
steals.
McVeigh. Both of these teams totally focus on getting out and pushing the ball, pushing tempo a little bit.
And Sydney Spencer, who is playing professionally right now, so she is in the height of her game, and she hits a big one from the perimeter, ties it up for the pink team. All right, we'll take a break. Everybody's going to take a deep breath and catch their breath after some fast and furious action. 11:47 to go in the first half. We're all tied up.
ITC operates, builds, and maintains the electric transmission infrastructure. We are working hard to improve electric reliability and increase electric transmission capacity throughout our operations across the Midwest. ITC, we're your energy superhighway.
Welcome back to the Hoops for Hope basketball game in Ashland, Kansas. It's a charity basketball game to raise money and raise awareness, but specifically resources for the women in the 2 communities, the 2 counties, I should say, that are involved. There are 6 actual towns that are involved, and the money that's raised will go toward preventative screenings, mammograms, and pap smears and things for preventative care.
It's so far, and that's one of the things that I didn't realize, that to go and get really, really good health care, it's a bit of a hop for some of the more advanced screening processes, but this is an awesome game to turn things around a little bit in these small towns to bring them the type of health care that they need.
We're in Ashland, Kansas. It's about a 3-hour drive away from Wichita. Gasper not able to score inside. Sydney Spencer tracks it down.
Sydney Spencer, this is her opportunity to play the point. I mean, she's loving that. She's kind of playing the point and running the trail as the big.
There's Mariah White ripping down a rebound. She's small in stature, but she plays big. Ivana Chadic for 3. She started out the game and hits another 3-pointer for the white team.
I'm saying find Chadic as a silent, sneaky little trailer every time. She's got that nice stroke from the left with the left hand. Good range on that jumper as well.
The white team, substitutions at the last media timeout, so we have a mixture in the game. We'll get you caught up on everybody that's in the game. Nice pass on the backside.
Nice.
That is Kaylee Cryer. She's a senior at Ashland High School.
And a smart player at that, 3.7 GPA, National Honor Society student. She also plays volleyball, runs track, and she's a cheerleader
And a barrel racer.
Oh, and the barrel racer, that's right. I didn't know what barrel racing was. I had to get educated here in Ashland, Kansas.
That's right. We had to educate Vera Jones on what barrel racing is. Sydney Spencer slices in to get the steal.
Oh, McVeigh with a little a fun pass into the paint. Pink is definitely trying to penetrate in there a little bit.
And here comes Mariah White breaking out of the pack. She's got a player up ahead, and she passes but is fouled on the floor. You know what? She wanted to do the right thing. She wanted to get the ball to Lauren Jarnigan, excuse me, but she was fouled. Here, a whole new group again. Angela Lackey, who hit those couple of three-pointers early in the game. Lisa Girk, number 10, is also in the game, as well as Sade Morris. And number 22 for the white team is Lindsay Martin. She is a Coldwater alum from 1994.
What I like is on that baseline out of bounds, White has scripted exactly what they want to do. So they took their little 1 hour of practice and said, we're going to run this as our baseline out of bounds, and it worked for them. Nice look, easy score for Sade Morris.
She gets the pass that time for Blackie, and a tough shot.
Morris again with a beautiful jump shot. She's got that little kiss off the glass down to a science.
And Angela Lackey and Sade Morris, who hooked up on that shot, are both traveled here from the longest distances of any of the players, coming both from Atlanta, Georgia. Here comes Sade Morris again. She's hot. She scored the last 2 times down the court. That time is fouled.
3 players she took to the hole on that one. No shyness there.
Take a look at the replay.
Beautiful look, and again, Morris, she knows how to utilize that square. Even when you're teaching the little kids, you say focus on the square. Let that bank shot work for you.
Sade Morris was born and raised in Norman, Oklahoma, won a 6A state championship when she was a junior. Her head coach was Matilda Mossman at the time. She was the Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year, and of course went on to KU and was a 1,000-point scorer for the Jayhawks.
A beautiful thing is she's continuing her career by coaching others. Currently residing down in Atlanta. She's at Archer High School. So if you have some people down there in Georgia, check it out. There's your local favorite.
Morgan Miner missed the three-pointer. Here's Ivana Chodic with the step back.
The step back was beautiful.
And a scramble for the basketball. You gotta love that. Number 10, Lisa Girk, the oldest player on the court.
That's right.
Going to the floor. Tying up the ball. There's a good look at her. She graduated from Coldwater in 1990.
Yeah, did we find out it was official? She said unofficially earlier, but we believe she might be the oldest player out here.
I think she's
proud of it.
Yes, absolutely. She should be.
There we go. Spencer handling the point once again.
Morgan Miner, a Mineola alum, graduated in 2012.
Wow.
That's Angela Lackey.
That's a big move from Lackey. Taking no prisoners.
And Monica Maxwell calls the timeout. She's seen enough to see her team get back on defense as the white team has taken a 22-13 lead.
That's a beautiful move going down. And again, Lackey has that ability. She's a super threat on offense.
Talked about it earlier. You mentioned she's 3rd all-time on the Arizona scoring chart. She was all Pac-10 2 seasons, but her tie here to Kansas is she was a junior college All-American at Coffeyville, and she was the player of the year for them.
Very dynamic player indeed. She's got great size and can handle a little bit, but most importantly, she's just got that pure scorer's mentality.
Melissa Jones, the Baylor alum, back for her 2nd year at WEPAC, inbounds the ball to Danielle Colwell, who has the ball up top. Jones.
Nice up fake. And a great go by. Beautiful shot. Can't get that to fall. Got some good looking moves.
And look at this. Some hustle after the basketball, but a foul is going to be called. Yeah, that's on Ivana Chodic. And it will be pink ball on the baseline. Jones to inbound it. She's still wearing that protective eyewear. She injured herself in her senior year of high school, or senior year of college at Baylor, and still having some vision problems, although they think that her vision will eventually come back. The nice pass, Sydney Spencer with the score for the pink team. 7-point lead for the white now. Here's Spencer.
Spencer's got those long arms in the passing lane. And again, she also has a very, very aggressive scoring mentality. Getting it done on both ends of the floor for the pink team right now.
Foul on Morgan Boyd. Not on the court, so it must be somebody else. So we're just going to go with who is at the free throw line. Danielle Colwell is at the line. She also grew up in Buffalo, Oklahoma, same hometown as Jamie McVeigh. She was a 4-year starter at Northwestern Oklahoma State, a Division II school, in her college playing days.
Currently pursuing a dental hygiene degree, although she and her team are not smiling at the moment. Knew it was coming.
You knew it. It's too easy. Too easy. No shot clock.
You gotta love it.
Oh, and peace. A little block there. As Sade Morris runs the break. Good defense back. A couple of good defenders in their time. Sydney Spencer and Melissa Jones back.
And I have to say, for this to be a charity, somewhat of a pickup game, I mean, really controlled offense and defense. Good basketball we're seeing out here.
Nice rebound that time by Morgan Minor.
Some fundamental stuff mixed in with a lot of hustle. Good playmanship, wonderful.
Kelly Haynes, a 1996 graduate from Ashland, scores on that bucket.
Lackey's not afraid to take it. I'm telling you right now, she's pulling that. Nice outlet. Can Pink follow through? Get a little trail action going.
Melissa Jones like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure that was a foul, but no foul called. Gonna call it a block shot, and Pink will have it on the baseline, down 4 when we come back. 7:06 to go in the first half. Welcome back to the Hoops for Hope game in Ashland, Kansas. And now I am joined by Nancy Zimmerman, who is an administrator at the Comanche County Hospital. And you've been involved with WEPAC. You are on the committee for this. And can you tell us how you've grown this year, adding Mineola to the group?
Yes, Mineola came into the group, and that added approximately 320 more women to the 1,000 that we were probably already serving. So that's been really great.
That's a great addition. How does WEPAC impact the women in these communities?
Well, we make it possible for them to have mammograms, well woman exams, colonoscopies. They can also have sonograms if it's necessary. And all of these things are at no cost to them. So that's a big help for them. And so no one should go without screening.
Absolutely, and that's what the money at this event
Right.
is raised for. Can you
Yes.
tell us how many women have received possibly life-saving screenings because of the efforts of WEPAC?
Well, we've given out 876 vouchers in
Wow.
the 5 years that we've been in existence, and
Wow.
I think that's really great.
876. That is fantastic, and they can use those vouchers for
The well woman exams, for mammograms, and then if it's not good, they can have a sonogram, and it's paid for, and we also pay for colonoscopies.
As a nurse and a hospital administrator, what can you tell us about the rising costs of health care and how WEPAC helps women with these expenses?
Well, you know, of course, with the Affordable Care Act coming into play, insurance companies now have to provide mammograms and well woman exams at no charge. But there's a lot of insurance companies that were grandfathered in, and they don't have to meet the specifications of the Affordable Care Act. So we're still going to be able to help those people. And there's still going to be people that fall through cracks, and
so
we can help them.
The vouchers that
Yes.
are given through WEPAC, because of the money
Yes.
that is raised here, those women will be
Right.
taken care of with their
Right.
screenings. We are so glad to be here. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank
Nancy
you.
Zimmerman.
We're glad you're here too.
Well, thank you so much. And Nancy is a WEPAC board advisor as well as the Comanche County Hospital Administrator, so we appreciate her joining us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't think we missed a lot of scoring action when we were away.
Yeah.
So we will pick it up here. 22-18, the white team is ahead. With 5:21 to go in the first half, and a nice shot that time by Brittany Gasper as Vera Jones comes back and joins me. Brittany Gasper has scored a few points here in the early going, a Tipton, Kansas native. 4 points now for Gasper.
Okay, a little reversal, not quite what was expected, and that is Kara Miner learning a major lesson down low on the reversal.
That was the shot earlier by Gasper. You know, a really poignant story.
Yes.
Kara Miner, a Mineola alum, graduated in 2011. Her sister Morgan is also playing. They're playing in memory of their sister, who they lost a year and a half ago. Brooke was only 22 years old, and she was diagnosed with melanoma and died just way too young. And their mom, Lori, is a part of the organizing committee, and just what a heart-wrenching story to hear of Brooke's death, and so great that this event allows them to honor her memory.
And how Brooke, as a person, affected so many people. Just anywhere you go around here, if you say the name of Brooke Miner, you can see the faces of people just immediately become emotional. Just knowing her story, but also knowing the kind of person that she was. And she's got a great family. Lori Miner is the reason I'm here today.
You know, and just to follow up on that, Brooke Miner was only 5'3" and played point guard, but she played with a much bigger personality than that, as Marlise Gibson can't let go of her shot blocking abilities.
Nope, can't do it.
And blocks Lauren Jarnigan. But Brooke Miner, you know, just had a determination about her. She was driven. And her sisters joked that even at 5'3", she liked to play the post at times.
She was a tenacious player, and she had such a vibrant personality. Her dream job was to work for the NCAA and the Final Four and just be involved in that whole basketball unit. And she had that opportunity up until the time she got sick. She was actually recognized at the men's Final Four with a moment of silence, and they had her picture up everywhere. So even in the short time that she had to work there at the NCAA, she had already impacted so many people's lives.
Marlise Gibson draws the pink team within 3. There's some serious basketball going on out here for a charity game.
Very serious. Big chucking from the 3. That one, Morgan Boyd.
Gibson, who just scored on the last time, backing in her defender. The kick out, the shot off the mark by Kanan Endicott.
Gibson's got those long arms defensively.
Endicott, blocked by Brittany Gasper.
And Endicott has that interesting story too. She was a water girl at the very first Hoops for Hopes game.
We want to give her a special shout out. Number 1 for the pink team, Kanan Endicott, was a water girl at the first Hoops for Hope, but she has been here every single year since then. Number 1 for the pink team, Kanan Endicott. But the white team also has a player, number 21.
Tell her.
Kylie Harris. We're going to tell the story. Number 21 for the white team, Kylie Harris, was also a water girl at the first Hoops for Hope game. But she has not been at every game. She skipped out last year because?
Because Justin Bieber was in town, and therefore her priorities got all messed up.
She went to a Justin Bieber concert instead of coming to the WEPAC game last year. I think we can forgive her. But we do know that Kanan Endicott has been here every single year, so she should get a shout out for that. You know, our scoreboard sponsor, Just What You Need Massage Therapy Services, 2 locations at 112 East Main in Coldwater, Kansas, and 103 North Main in Medicine Lodge, Kansas, if you are in the area. You can also check them out on Facebook at Just What You Need, KNEAD. Call Tanya at 620-255-4937. And another scoreboard sponsor is United Country Red Hills Auction and Realty, Coldwater, Kansas. You can look them up at uccoldwater.com. Call Brian at 620-582-2455. No one knows the country like we do. United Country Red Hills Auction and Realty. We want to thank them for being our scoreboard sponsors tonight. Thank you all for joining us. If you want to join our conversation, make sure you use hashtag WEPAC and send us a tweet. If you saw any of these players play in college or in the WNBA and you want to give a shout out as Risha Bristol scores inside for the pink team, it puts them up. We're going to check on the score. I'm not sure that went to the right team. We're going to check that out as the pink team pushes ahead down the court. No, I believe that is correct. So as the shot is blocked this time by Risha Bristol. But if you want to join us, we would love to have you join us. You're watching online at WEPACThehouse.org. However you got to this streaming video, if you go to WEPACThehouse.org, there's a donate button. If you want to help contribute to the money that's raised and the resources that are given to those in this community for preventative health care, click on the donate button. We would love to have you be involved.
Risha Bristol demonstrating just unbelievable tenacity, especially on the offensive end. Arizona graduate back in 01. She's still playing. Her list of overseas basketball connections is unbelievable. Lithuania, Iceland, Switzerland, Turkey, Prague in the Czech Republic, Spain. She even played semi-pro football. She's a pretty amazing player.
All right, we are getting the scoreboard back up to speed.
There we go.
In the arena, they had given the points to the wrong team, and so they had to make a correction. So we're all right now. The scoreboard, the official scorebook has confirmed. It's all tied up.
And now
24-24, that's right.
Big shot.
Jarnigan, look how she is always around the basketball.
Pink is doing a great job of getting their hand in the passing lane. You got some long arms on the law out there. You look at Marlise Gibson, very, very good with great quickness.
Uh-oh. I think that little boy over there may have gotten the ball. He's close to the action. The great crowd. Look at the pink that fills this gym today at Ashland High School in Ashland, Kansas. A lot of people here in pink enjoying the game tonight. Sydney Spencer drives and can't score inside. Mariah White able to gather it in.
Got to square those shoulders on that baseline move.
White kicks it ahead. Jernigan.
Nice rebound from Gibson. The outlet, the pink with the numbers on the break. So you're supposed to score on that one.
Off the back iron, Risha Bristol not able to connect.
And I just gave her all that press, too. Risha Bristol. I talked about all the places she's played. Maybe she's in the time zone left.
Well, you know, she doesn't have any cartilage in her
No
knees.
cartilage in the knee. And she's still going hard at it.
She loves
Very
this
impressive.
game. Loves this game. Sydney Spencer saying, come give me a screen. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. We're all tied up. We're pretty sure we're all tied up anyway.
Pink team trying to get a little perimeter weave. One opportunity to dip it inside and just didn't work. But good look from Kara Miner.
Out on the left wing is Devery Alexander. She is a South Central alum, graduated in 2011, actually played with Lauren Jarnigan, number 2. So a couple of players, number 2 and number 3 for the white team out on the wings as they clear some space for Angela Lackey.
Yeah, Lackey, now that was a matchup. Lackey going hard on the offensive end, but a beautiful block again from Gibson.
So Jarnigan and Alexander, the 2 teammates from high school, getting a chance to play together on the white team, and the pink team goes in transition. Risha Bristol going to the free throw line once again.
And again, earlier, if you're just joining us, we're talking about all the different talent we have out here from high school, NCAA stars, right up into the WNBA. A lot of players with some overseas experience, but I'm not sure if anyone's list is longer than Risha Bristol's.
11 years playing professionally in Europe.
On one knee.
Yeah, that is right. There's Alexander driving into the lane, off the backboard, can't get it to go.
Gibson is definitely jump starting that pink break, but great job on the defensive end from the white team to get back and not let them have the easy look.
The look inside, that's Kanan Endicott, a senior right here playing on her home court, Ashland High School.
And you got to get pumped when you know you're on the floor with WNBA players, professional players overseas, and you're getting your little shot on.
That's
beautiful.
The third three-pointer now for Ivana Chadic. On fire. She's already got a couple of blocks and a couple of steals here, as well as 9 points for the white team, and we're less than 30 seconds to play.
Chadic originally from Serbia. She is one tough player, has always been, from the University of Kansas.
Bristol.
There's that shot. She's been looking for that thing to fall all night. Chadic is going to need a little more pressure defensively.
Oh, the block, no foul called.
Oh. She's got an arm.
29-27.
So the pink team is going to go into the locker room with a 2-point lead. Ivana Chadic with another three-pointer to add to her total. We've got a ball game here. It's a charity basketball game raising money for preventative health care in women. And we got some players that are playing hard, Vera.
They are. I mean, we have definitely have players that know how to fight, and they're perfect. Goes perfect hand in hand with this fight against breast cancer.
A 2-point game at the half. We'll come back and have some inspirational speakers and a lot of other things going on at halftime. Return and join us here in Ashland, Kansas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a halftime guest that would like to visit with you and speak to you. Her name is Jessica Warburton. Jessica was born in Garden City, Kansas. She lives in Los Angeles. She is a celebrity hairdresser and makeup artist. Jessica Warburton, give her a hand.
How you doing, Kansas? Wouldn't it be weird if I really talked like that, though? They asked me to come and talk to you guys. I did a little video with a friend of mine. I was working on Haley Hasselhoff. Y'all know Haley Hasselhoff, the Hoff's daughter, okay? My photographer friend and I and her were talking about when we made this video, and WEPAC committee person saw the video and invited me out to talk to you guys a little bit. I'm here because I'm 32. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Women do not lie and make themselves older. I really am 32. When I was 28, I was diagnosed with stage 3C ovarian cancer. I'm here because I was so young. A lot of people, all the doctors would tell me, oh, you're too young. It's gastrointestinal, it's ulcers, it's gas, it's anything. You name it, I had it. Heartburn, the flu. I had it all. But no, it was ovarian cancer. They pulled, I went into my surgery 120 pounds, and I came out 108 pounds. They pulled approximately 12 pounds of cancer out of my body. I don't really like the term survivor or warrior because I kind of feel like that implies that people who dealt with what I dealt with didn't fight as hard as those who made it. But I think that's kind of become an accepted term, so I do consider myself a cancer survivor. I also have what's called the BRCA1 mutation. There's a BRCA1, there's a BRCA2. And if you're a female, find 2 other females in the room and look at them. No, really, go ahead. Look at them. Remember their faces, because 1 out of the 3 of you has the BRCA mutation. It increases your risk for breast cancer. So when I was 30, 2 years ago, I had a preventative bilateral mastectomy. Yes, I got fake boobs for free. And I'm okay with this, you guys. I didn't want to do it again. I didn't want to have to go into the doctor, because let me tell you what, when they turn around and when the doctor looks at you and you're 28 years old and he says you have cancer and you have to have emergency surgery, that is like looking down a narrow tunnel. And I don't know if you guys have seen the movie 50-50, but that movie really has it depicted incredibly well. It's like you have this ringing in your ear and you don't even know what to think. And honestly, my first thought was, oh my God, my hair is gonna fall out. I mean, I'm just saying, you guys. So they asked me to come and talk to you guys because I'm so young and I have kind of a cheery attitude on it. I don't think it was a blessing. I don't think cancer is a blessing in disguise. A lot of people say that, oh, it's a blessing in disguise for you. No, it's not. Because honestly, I wish I wasn't here telling you about how I beat cancer at its game. But I did win. So I walk around, I was in Houston. I had this little pocket full of dreams, and I decided to up and move to LA, and now I've done Haley Hasselhoff, I've worked with Julia Roberts, I've worked with Selena Gomez, and I'm happy as a clam. And the point of me being here is because you're never too young. If you guys feel like there's something wrong with your body, argue with your doctors, because you know better than they do about how you feel when it comes to your well-being and your health. You know what's normal for you. And like I said, I went most likely since I was about 24. That's probably when it started growing in my body, and they had no idea because they thought it was ulcers or I just needed to fart or whatever, you know? So, so at this time, anyone who has been diagnosed in the past or now with some form of cancer, they want me to have you come down to the court. So is there anyone who's beat it, or maybe you're fighting it now? Anybody? No, really, you're supposed to come down.
Jessica, male and female?
Male and female. That's fine with me. This is my mom, by the way. She had breast cancer at the same time I had cancer and was in the hospital with me, taking care of me for 8 weeks while she was overcoming surgery. So we're getting the warriors down here. I still don't like that word, but some of you guys like it, so it's okay. It's okay. We also want to ask if you have maybe a parent or a sibling or a close friend, a loved one who has had cancer. Go ahead and come down to the floor. And anybody else who knows anyone who's had any form of cancer, you're supposed to come down to the floor. And really, everybody should be on the floor because you know me now. I mean, I'm just saying, you guys. I'm just saying. Or at least stand up. You don't have to come down to the floor if you don't really want to, but sorry, you guys. You guys, I'm really blown away because I found out how much money you guys made. And I'm alive to get to brag about doing Haley Hasselhoff and Julia Roberts because of that kind of money, because of the technological advances. I know Kansas is, God-fearing people and prayer and stuff like that. And I'm okay with all that kind of stuff too. But the reality of it is medical advances are what is keeping people like me here, because not a lot of people walk away from 12 pounds of tumors. They really don't. So I think that's pretty awesome what you guys are doing, and it's really important because it's saving lives like you have no idea. You have no idea. So thanks, guys.
Give it up for Jessica Warburton.
Welcome back to Ashland, Kansas. Wow, what an inspirational halftime presentation that was. And now we have an opportunity to talk to a healthcare professional, Jonelle Saroy, who is a family physician at Ashland Health Center. And we're really glad you joined us. Thank you for joining me.
I'm a nurse practitioner, not a physician, just to clear that up.
All right,
but
but you are a healthcare professional, and
yes.
we appreciate all the work that you do. And
Thanks.
Can you tell us about the importance of early detection?
It is the most important, I think. Everyone's worried. Everyone's been impacted by cancer. Whether you have a simple question, a bump, a lump, it is so awesome that they can get that evaluated here in their hometown or in Mineola or in Coldwater.
How difficult do you think it is to get all the tools and services that you need to do your job in a rural setting like Southwest Kansas?
It isn't difficult. It is not. It's been very easy because they know that our healthcare system out here in all these small communities is to serve our friends and our neighbors. And we figured out how to do that. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot of technology or equipment. It takes someone willing to listen and to help them get through whatever questions they have.
Well, it's so important to have people like you that are here. Have you noticed an increased awareness about women's health issues in the community since the formation of WEPAC?
Phenomenal, yes.
And can you give us an example of someone whose care was directly impacted by the services of WEPAC that all the resources WEPAC has brought to this area?
I could give you numerous. The most recent that I can think about was a mother who came in with a high school student who was getting their school physical this year. And she had a few questions on the side. Can I ask you a few questions? This isn't about my child, it's about me. We talked a little bit. She was concerned about hormone levels and some changes she was going through. But when I suggested, why don't you come back, we'll talk about it, we could do a well-woman exam, she said, well, I'm not insured. My kids are insured, but I'm not. So I just wanted to see if you could give me a little bit of time and answers to these questions. And I was able to say, once again, you don't have to have insurance. If you have a huge deductible, there's no reason for the women in these small towns to get the services that WEPAC provides. Colonoscopies for women, that's phenomenal. The number of women over age 50 who need a screening colonoscopy is very great. And there's no reason to say I can't afford it anymore. Not here.
Well, thank you very much, and that's why WEPAC is so important, because it's brought the resources here. So Jonelle Soroy, we appreciate, nurse practitioner at Ashland Health Center. Thank you so much for joining us. And back to action as the pink team scores to go up by 4 out of the halftime. We've just started the second half of play here at the WEPAC Hoops for Hope charity basketball game, as right out of the halftime locker room, we have both teams going at it just like in the first half. And what a great drive to the basket. That's a senior from South Central High School, Kylie Harris. She lives in Protection, Kansas. She's the one that was a water girl at the first Hoops for Hope game and ended up going to the Justin Bieber concert last year, Kylie Harris. But she's back now, and she just scored that bucket for the white team out of the halftime and draws the white team within 2. And another score ties it all up. And a turnover for Pink. There's a good look there at Teresa Becker, who is in her 5th year of officiating, and Morgan Boyd going to inbound it.
Nice look from Kara Miner, getting in the game and getting a nice touch, and I'm sure she's saying that one's for Brooke.
Kylie
Good
Harris,
kick out.
Yeah, another drive into the lane. Gasper blocked up top, a hand down low. Now, I don't know if these officials have decided to call it like college ball is going to be called this year, but there's going to be a real emphasis on hand checking this year, and so maybe we're seeing that here in this charity game.
A little bit, but then again, Marlise Gibson, I mean, she's going to be on you like a backpack, regardless of where you go. And she is one incredible shot blocker and very tenacious.
There's a good look at Brittany Gasper, who is from Tipton, Kansas, played at Sterling College. She started every game in her 4 years at Sterling, was the KCAC Player of the Year, and 4 years in a row, all conference honors.
She's a very good defensive player as well, two-time KC Athletic Conference player, defensive team as well.
And on the other end, Sade Morris got called for the foul. That's going to send Kaylee Cryer, a senior here at Ashland, to the free throw line. You know, last year she had an ACL injury, but she is a tough kid. We already talked about her being a barrel racer, Kaylee Cryer. Her aunt passed away last April, so this game especially meaningful for her.
She still has another aunt that she talks about that is battling breast cancer as well.
And that aunt works at Ashland Health Center.
know, we've had a lot of fun and laughter during this game, but again, early on I spoke about the emotional connection. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. You know, breast cancer and cancer in general affects all of us. And to hear that some of these players came back specifically because they have those emotional connections, it was really, really touching. And it's great to be a part of this event.
When you heard when we talked to our guest, Jonelle Soroy, at the half, she talked about the fact that it's not hard to get access to these services here because this community has come together with this event to raise the dollars so that there is money for health screenings. That's not always the case in rural communities, and you really have to commend this WEPAC committee for what they are doing for the health and wellness of women here in these two counties.
And when you really think about the impact, the bottom line is they are saving lives. There are countless people here who have been able to have early detection. Just because the money has been raised, they were able to go and get those kind of services and types of tests that are necessary to detect breast cancer early. So it's just been huge, very, very emotional, but inspiring to be here.
That's what there's so many things that make this event special. And there's Marlise Gibson for 3 points.
I am becoming a Marlise Gibson fan. I mean, what doesn't she do? Those long arms of the law. She's a shot blocker, but what a smooth stroke from the outside as well.
You know, we talked about her being an all Big 12 performer at Kansas State. She is now, Marlise Gibson, a 4th grade teacher at Sites Elementary in Fort Riley, Kansas. We're going to take a quick break. 15:52 to go in the game. Pink leads by 4.
Ashland is a strong community tucked away in southwest Kansas, where sunsets and good times are never taken for granted, where you can raise your family in a community that feels like family, and where cowboys aren't just a part of history, but a way of life. Come to Ashland and enjoy our lifestyle. Ashland, a lifestyle worth sharing.
Samsung Galaxy S3, designed for humans.
The reason I live in Ashland, Kansas, I love the outdoors, and I knew I wanted to live in small town USA. And this is beautiful country. Here, I can own my own business, and so can my wife. Ashland provides my family with a safe place to live. No crime, no worries. Living life in Ashland, it's living life at its best. My name is Larry Conrady, and I call Ashland home. Take care.
Welcome back to the WEPAC Hoops for Hope basketball game, and I am joined now by Millard Fox with the Ashland Community Foundation. First of all, Millard, who is the Ashland Community Foundation?
Well, the foundation was formed in 1996, and over the years we've gathered money in an endowment fund, and we have allocated that money out to different groups in our community. Over the years, we've raised over $350,000, and we have that in an endowment fund. In the last year, we've given about $15,000 away to groups who've needed it. Our WEPAC group, the hospital, our fire department, those things that that really bring life to our community and help the people in our community to have a better life. So.
That's fantastic. Why did the Ashland Community Foundation decide to become involved with WEPAC?
We decided to become involved with WEPAC because WEPAC has a lot of the same ideas and the same things that we're looking for in our organization, supporting the local health of the community, the things that we need to sustain a small community for a long time.
Well, we really
That's what we're
appreciate,
after.
well, thank you very much. And we appreciate you being here and supporting this important event. And I know your colleague now,
We thank you.
Joe Fast, is going to be joining us. So thank you to Millard Fox. And coming into the shot now, Joe Fast. And Joe, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it very much. Why don't you give us an example of some of the foundation projects?
We try to be as diversified as we can in our approach to the community. One of the things I think has had a significant impact is assisting the school district in purchasing whiteboards for the instructors.
Yeah.
Kind of modernizing our approach to education.
And what are some of the foundation's plans for the future?
We right now are trying to make the basic grant fund grow so we can provide more services to our community. I think the impact that a program like this has can best be felt when we try to touch base with the people that are mentioned in this program who are touched by cancer.
Well, we really appreciate it. We appreciate all that the Ashland Community Foundation does to support this event and all that both of you do. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
We appreciate your efforts.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, absolutely. Joe Fast and Millard Fox of the Ashland Community Foundation. All right, back to live action. And we're going to get our score up to date here. It's 38-31. The pink team is leading. And if you want to find more information on the Ashland Community Foundation, check out the website, www.ashlandcf.com. You can learn more about their mission and goals and what they're able to do, and you know, all of the resources that are put toward this WEPAC event. So helpful because it all comes together to help with all the preventative health care we've been talking about tonight. Boy, I would have liked to have seen Lindsay Martin make that shot on the other end. She's a Coldwater alum from 1994, just came up short on her shot on the white team's end of the court. Now pink is going to inbound it on the baseline.
Both teams really pushing tempo these last 3 minutes. After a while, it's usually just under that 10-minute mark where you can start to see where fatigue rears its ugly head. Beautiful pass down there. That would have been nice to see that get completed. Mariah White with the behind the back. No look, beautiful. Chadic, however, gets fouled.
K-State to KU. Now, how often will you see that happen?
Never. Just only in this
Kansas.
charity game.
That's right. Only here at the WEPAC Hoops for Hope charity game will you see a K-State player passing to a Kansas player.
That definitely is a hope thing for
Yeah,
sure. You can
exactly.
only hope that kind of camaraderie would take place. How about the reverse layup?
Brittany Gasper.
Brittany Gasper.
Yeah, having a great night.
You know, we were telling the story about Brooke Minor and so much of how many people she affected. Gasper was her roommate.
Kanan Endicott, I believe, #1 hit that three. I was checking on some other stats. So the senior from Ashland High School hit a three, and then right back, Gasper. Gasper now has 8 points for the white team.
But we were talking about what an inspiration, and when we sat around earlier, we were asking the relationship that everyone had to this game, and she talked about how, and she, you know, emotionally, she talked about how Brooke was her roommate in college, and she's here to play for her. So it's a beautiful thing. She's got 8 points on the board. Oh, make it 10, make it 10? No. But she goes to the line for the freebie.
Well, we ask you to join in the conversation by going to Twitter and using the hashtag WEPAC, and some of you have been doing that. We appreciate it. Let's take a look here. So glad the Media Center is showing the WEPAC game. We appreciate our partners here with the Media Center putting this online for everybody to be able to watch it, whether you are a fan of any of the players that are here on the court or any of the players that have played in the last 5 years. I mean, we've had some celebrities from Cynthia Cooper, who's a Hall of Famer, to Billy Moore, who's a Hall of Fame coach, was here last year. There have been a lot of great
Marion
players.
Jones came through there. I just replaced the whole Jones thing. I just
Vera Jones. Yes, we appreciate that.
Got to keep one around.
Keep up with the Joneses.
Oh, wow. Great board on the inside. White team really going to the glass and getting some nice looks in transition. Oh, yeah. Morgan Boyd.
This is the second time she has appeared in the WEPAC game. She was here last year as well, played at Wichita State.
1,182 points in her high school career.
And a tie-up that time. Kara Miner was tied up by Lauren Jarnigan. And remember, those two actually played against each other. Kara Miner, Mineola alum, she graduated in 2011, tied up by Lauren Jarnigan, who was an alum of South Central High School in 2011. So renewing their rivalry from high school. Old rivalries die hard. Risha Bristol gets her own rebound and scores.
She's a fierce competitor on the inside. She wants to get in and take that little baby J.
She's in double
paint.
Yeah, she's in double figures now. She had 8 points in the first half. She passes ahead to Sydney Spencer,
who follows her own jump shot.
I believe she was fouled, yes, by Brittany Gasper. It's going to send Sydney Spencer to the free throw line. Sydney Spencer, this is her third appearance at the WEPAC. You see she played in the WNBA for 5 years, but has played overseas for 6 years in Poland, Slovakia, Italy, France, Russia.
Yeah, she's been all over.
It's amazing when this game can take you all over the world and how many of these players have really taken advantage of those opportunities. Into the game now, number 21 is Kylie Harris, number 3 is Devery Alexander, who Alexander is now the junior high girls basketball assistant coach at South Central.
Oh, wow, that's those long arms. We talked about Spencer and Gibson, both of them. Wow, that looked painful. Both of them with those really long arms in the passing lane, getting quick steals and some transition looks for their team.
Couple of substitutions. Jelena Childs in for the pink team. She lines up for Risha Bristol's free throw. Here's another tweet. Big shout out to my big sis, Risha. How about that? Number 11 in Kansas, putting in the work on the court for a good cause. Love ya.
Oh, that's nice.
Risha Bristol now living back in Omaha, her hometown. She's an assistant coach at Bellevue East after a long professional career. Thank you for tweeting. We appreciate you joining us. It's hashtag WEPAC if you want to join in. And Brittany Gasper once again with another score. Pink team up by 6.
Gasper really defending. I mean, she's got to work hard on the inside against Jelena Childs. She's trying to hold her down, but Childs very athletic, getting position on her in the paint.
You know, Childs got an invitation, a free agent contract with the Phoenix Mercury this last year. She got to go to training camp, said that was quite an experience. She played overseas in Israel, actually broke her foot and needed surgery. Now she's back on K-State's campus and has an internship at the Holiday Inn. And that was a good look at the white bench. Kayla Hurd, the head coach, and Chris Hedrick on the bench for the white team. They're using the substitutions liberally. There we go. There's a good look at the white bench. And, you know, we mentioned earlier that Kayla Hurd played at Kansas State, but Chris Hedrick is a Hall of Famer in the Kansas High School Basketball Hall of Fame. And she was quite a player in her day at Protection High School and won 2 state championships, 3rd place at state once, and a Player of the Year in the state of Kansas.
That's quite an impressive lineup. And it's so fun to watch how supportive the local fans are of both the local players and the coaches. They still love to see them play. They can recite to you stats sometime of these local players.
Jelena Childs off the mark. She finished up at K-State in 2012. And Gasper thought about it.
Why not? She's been hot.
White team trying to cut into that 6-point lead, and a foul called on the drive going to send Sade Morris to the free throw line.
There's a good look. Sade Morris, she likes to get that little pro hop step into the paint. They've been trying to get it inside to see what they can come up with, but getting that trip to the free throw line is making a difference, cutting into that lead.
Here comes Melissa Jones, the Baylor grad, into the lineup. She replaces Risha Bristol.
Talk about Joneses, brag on this Jones a little bit. Number 6 in free throw percentage all time at Baylor. Number 8 in games played. And she also ranks high in steals. They retired her jersey number 5 it was.
And the Hustle Courage Award is named after Melissa Jones, and rightly so. In her college days, nobody
was going to out-hustle
hustled.
her.
Yeah, nobody hustled as much as her. She dove on the floor all the time. She was one of the most fun and exciting players to ever watch, and I'm so glad that she's here joining us at WEPAC.
And she's currently still at Baylor.
Working in development, raising money for mission trips.
Yep.
Kylie Harris
nice.
Going to work. A 2-time All-League selection. Also plays volleyball and track for South Central High School. And it's a 2-point game with 9 minutes to play.
I am just realizing Kylie Harris and I think I mixed them up. And Kara Miner, I think I mixed them up, the 21s earlier. So if I did, I'm making my official apology now.
I'm sure they forgive you.
Okay.
Nice pass from Morgan Boyd to Sade Morris.
Uh-oh. Monica Maxwell up off the bench, had to call that timeout. Rally the troops.
We're all tied up, 8:37 to go. It's the Hoops for Hope charity basketball game in Ashland, Kansas.
Samsung Galaxy S3. Designed for humans.
A sponsorship by The Fridge. Marcy Hauser, who I actually ran the 5K with last year in protection. Love it, Marcy. Thank you for your sponsorship of this WEPAC event. The Fridge, your hometown liquor store. She is like a fitness guru and has a liquor store. How about that for a combination?
So she doesn't have to drink it to sell it, I guess.
I love it. Jelena Childs for the pink team gives them the lead.
That lefty J, especially top of the key area. She's hot.
And just off the mark. Oh, I'd love to see that one go down. Devery Alexander missed. And a couple of players on the floor, everybody helping each other up. Here's a good look at Danielle Colwell coming out of the game.
If you have lost your glasses, there have been some glasses found and turned in to the concession stand in the hallway. If you can't see, find your way to the concession stand for your glasses.
I love it. PA Frank York just said somebody has lost their glasses, and so if you can't see, have someone help. Have someone help you get to the concession stand. Uh-oh. Kylie Harris took an elbow or something to the mouth. She's got a bloody lip. She's having to go off the court. Is she missing a tooth, or it's all bloody around her tooth? It's just, yikes. You don't want to see that. Tavi Polly Davis for the jumper.
Tavi.
Polly Davis for 2.
Just getting a sideline report. Kylie Harris had to go to the locker room. Her tooth was just hanging on. A lot of blood.
Wow.
Oh.
That's tough.
And she's a senior at South Central High School. You don't want to see that in a charity game. Melissa Jones rebounds for the pink team. The white team has several players set to check in.
And that last shot from Sade Moore is really off the mark. Remember, I told you, right after that 10-minute mark, fatigue starts rearing its ugly head. So you really start, especially in these charity games, you really start to see who's in shape. But good use of, you talked about the hustle, there it is. Good use of the bench will change all of that.
And that is why the Hustle Award for Baylor University is named after Melissa Jones. Getting out into the passing lane, stealing it, going coast to coast for the score.
There's the finish.
And now the pink team leads by 6. 6:41 to go in the game.
Southern Pioneer Electric strives to provide dependable electricity at competitive costs to energize and enhance your life. However, you as a consumer are in charge of how you use the power we provide. Conserve energy and save money by shutting down your computer at night. You'll save unnecessary wear and tear and an average of $90 a year in electricity costs. Take charge. This message powered by Southern Pioneer Electric.
ITC operates, builds, and maintains the electric transmission infrastructure. We are working hard to improve electric reliability and increase electric transmission capacity throughout our operations across the Midwest. ITC, we're your energy superhighway.
Welcome back to the WEPAC Hoops for Hope charity basketball game. We're here in Ashland, Kansas, and now I'm joined by Debbie Bruner. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
This is the CEO of Mineola Healthcare, and Mineola is one of the additions now to WEPAC this year. Have you noticed an impact for women in your community since being involved with this?
We have. We've actually had several women that have been able to receive the preventive colonoscopies and have taken advantage of the screening mammograms as well. And then just recently, we held our health fair early October, and WEPAC graciously picked up the Well Women exam fee for that, which was $35 for 20 women.
Wow, fantastic. Well, how important is the educational aspect of women's health issues when it comes to early detection from your perspective?
It's incredibly important. As the speaker at halftime stated, we know our bodies better than anyone else, and the more that we know about the diseases and things that are out there, the better we can take care of ourselves.
So what do the women of Mineola and this area need to know about WEPAC and how they can access these services?
WEPAC is for anyone now that has a Mineola zip code. The vouchers we have available at the clinic and at the patient access area. They just need to get those completed and approved prior to receiving any services, and it's for women with insurance and without insurance. So it's available to everyone.
Awesome. We are so glad you're here. We're so glad Mineola is a part of this, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Debbie Bruner, the CEO of Mineola Healthcare, joining us here in the second half. The pink team leaving 57-49. Thank you so much. And boy, it's just great to see how this impacts all these communities. WEPAC stands for the 5 towns: Wilmore, Englewood, Protection, Ashland, and Coldwater. And now this year, as we have mentioned, Mineola is joining the group, and you just heard from Debbie Bruner how much the women of Mineola are also benefiting from the money raised surrounding this event.
So when Mineola joins, are they going to change it to WEPAC 'em?
I don't know, but I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
WEPAC 'em.
Mariah White scores. I suppose there's all sorts of legal issues with that. They're probably registered and everything else.
Oh,
but,
well, it was a thought.
Exactly. Well, we've got a game, 5:03 left to play. And we want to really thank our scoreboard sponsors, Just What You Need Massage Therapy Services and United Country Red Hills Auction and Realty. You have really helped make a difference in helping us raise funds so that the funds can go toward the women in this community, and we appreciate you helping us out putting this online and sponsoring the scoreboard. Melissa Jones with the left hand. How about that? Through a couple of defenders. And an 8-point lead for the pink team. What a competitive game. The white team jumped out to an 11-0 lead at the beginning, but the pink team came back and tied it 11-11. And since then, it has been back and forth and really a well-contested game for a charity game. And just out of her reach, Kaylee Cryer not able to hang on.
The one thing that I can say about this game, though, intensity has been really, really tenacious. Great move from Jones on the inside, getting to the rack. And look how the white team turns right back around, pushes the ball up court. This isn't one of those let's walk through it and see what happens. Both teams are very competitive and want to win this thing.
The pink team trying to slide in a substitution after the ball was inbounded, but they'll forgive that. We appreciate that. Look at the crowd on hand. Look at all the people.
All the pink.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing, and the only empty seats, they're probably just down courtside, about to rush the court afterwards when we end the game, right?
Nice.
Oh, and a nice shot from Devery Alexander.
South Central alum, the fans love it when the locals do well.
And she has a 2-month-old baby,
yes.
Aaliyah.
How amazing is that? You give birth 2 months ago, you're right back out here playing charity basketball, scoring the big three.
Mariah White.
That's a charge. Ouch. Wow.
Melissa Jones is like, Melissa, you got to be kidding me. I take a charge in a charity game and you don't
give it to me? Yeah. I'll have to go talk to my cousin. Look, Melissa, you do not take charges in charity, but that's why she was all of that at Baylor. I don't know. She had good position. I think she was in the little hoop, though.
Well, but they don't even they don't have that here. That's right. But I think you're right. I think she would have been in the restricted arts, but I'm not sure she played with that in her time at Baylor.
That's right.
But you know what? I love that about Melissa Jones. She can't turn it off.
Right.
If she's going to play, she's going to play hard. And we've seen that out of all these players on the court. There's a good look there on the pink team. Number 25, Jamie McVeigh, into the ball game.
Mariah White, like you said, probably should be in the best shape. Just finished playing. Look at that. Look at that tenacity. Okay. She faked me out. I thought the knee was going to go and she was going out of bounds.
She's like, wait a minute,
this
we're
is a
down.
Game. Look at this.
We're down
Cut
with
it to
3 minutes. I'm going to go after the ball.
Absolutely. Spencer working hard on the inside, trying to get it on the block. That's right. Got to clear that out for her.
I got to say, this is the most competitive WEPAC game in the 5 years we've had.
That's awesome.
Everybody is going after it today.
So Bristol ends up launching one that's not very well advised.
McVeigh thought about it. And right now, the white team is down by 3, so they're trying to put the pressure on.
And indeed they are. Foul right here from Kochik, but this was a beautiful move. And again, look at that fake.
She kept her pivot foot down. That was nice
Mariah
fake.
White on that drive.
Foul on Ivana Chadic. And there is Kylie Harris back on the end of the bench. We saw a picture of her bloodied lip and tooth, and it... she may have to be going to the dentist.
Well, we have a dentist right here on staff, at least one practicing.
Yeah.
Or in
oh, that's
the game.
right. Who's going to be a dental hygienist?
Forgot that quick.
We're going to have to look that up. Mariah White trying to score. A nice rip away that time by Kelly Haynes. Okay, now Mariah White would not get away with that this year. I'm sorry to laugh, but I appreciate the hustle, but this is a charity basketball game. And that's another one. Mariah White just can't turn it off. You got to love the intensity.
Yeah. And by the way, to answer that question, it was Danielle Colwell from Buffalo, Oklahoma originally, right up in Dodge City. She is
number 4 for the pink team.
Studying to be a dental hygienist. Pretty amazing how close this game has been throughout. Bristol tries to open it up a little more with the freebie. Uh-oh. They're in good hands. Marlise Gibson with those long arms. Very, very good on the glass. Plus, defensively, she is a dynamic shot blocker. Offensively, not a whole lot going on. Just great defense from the white team. Chodic looks for it, nothing. A little ball movement coming out of this white team. Nice to go to the hole, strong. Lauren Jernigan, from South Central. She played volleyball, track, and was a cheerleader. She can cheer for herself after that one. Baseline out of bounds. Let's see if the pink team and Monica Maxwell have come up. They've been running the basic up screen. Oh, no, nothing here. Step in and shoot it. Morgan Minor, nothing. This white team, though, they're picking up the defense with a minute left. There's got to be some pressure, and I wouldn't be surprised if the foul doesn't come. Minor on the handle. Nice dish to Childs. Can we score it? Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Morgan Minor with a big shot. Big shot to open it up to 5. Great move on the inside, however. Right back at you from Sarday Morris. Oh, I'm getting chills. 3-point lead.
We apologize.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you did not get a program tonight, there's one thing that
We apologize. We've had some problems with the microphone. I don't know if you're able to hear me or not. Now this microphone isn't working.
It's got a jinx on the microphone.
Test. No, they're going to break.
Ashland is a strong community tucked away in southwest Kansas, where sunsets and good times are never taken for granted, where you can raise your family in a community that feels like family, and where cowboys aren't just a part of history, but a way of life. Come to Ashland and enjoy our lifestyle. Ashland, a lifestyle worth sharing.
That's a big shot. Kristen. Kristen Schneewise. You can hear me? Okay. And Kristen Schneewise again for the pink team, trying to open this back up. 3 seconds left on the clock, and the white team trying to push ahead. That's Mariah White taking over in the final 3 seconds. Defense is going to be everything right now. Looking for the hold, and there's the winner, the pink team. The pink team pulls it out at the 5th annual WEPAC competition for breast cancer awareness. The pink team has not won in the last 3 years, so this is a very, very big win for the team. An exciting game for the fans overall.
It was fun to watch the end of the game. The way both teams battled hard. We apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had, but the pink team holding on to win 65-62, and it's not about the win by the pink team, it's about the win for the women in these two communities. The fact that all the women from Wilmore and Inglewood, Protection, Ashland, Coldwater, and Mineola will be the recipients of resources for preventative healthcare screenings because of this WEPAC charity basketball game.
Pick up a program for free. They're not any good this year.
You want me to do closing copy? It's time to wrap things up from Ashland, Kansas. A special thank you to WEPAC, those of you here at the game and everyone watching at home all over the country. For Vera Jones and the entire Kiowa County Media Center production crew, I'm Brenda Van Lingen. Thanks for watching the 2013 WEPAC Hoops for Hope charity basketball game.